Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Talk About Stuff, the podcast where we do exactly that. My name is Anthony, and today I am joined with my very good friend, the Stupendous Wave.
How's it going, everybody?
I was going to say how I was doing, and then I realized you said everybody and not me. So
how's it going, Anthony?
It's going good. Stoops, did you hear the news?
What news?
Godzilla and King Kong are gonna fucking fight each other.
I did not hear that news.
I think you did, because you made a video about it.
Don't tell me what I made.
Yeah, I made a video about it too. But anyway, when I first heard this news, the first thing I thought to myself was, I want to fight with Stoops. Stoops, do you want to fight?
I want to fight.
Okay, choose your weapon.
I choose King Kong.
Okay, I'll choose Godzilla.
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
It's very simple. I live in America. King Kong's an American monster. It's harder to fight for, which means that it would be more interesting. And I'm the better fighter, so I have to pick the weaker combatant. Those
are some fighting words you just said there.
That's why I'm so good at it, because I get started before. Bring it.
I'll bring it. Do you want me to start? Or you want?
I will start.
You're gonna start? Okay. State your case on why King Kong will beat Godzilla in a fight.
I'm gonna come at you like how Kong is gonna come at Godzilla. I'm gonna come at you unconventionally.
Ooh.
You ready for this?
This is interesting. What are you talking about?
Gonna spit some hot monkey flames on you.
You're gonna spit hot monkey flames on me?
Because everybody knows I'm a rapper. And similar, how King Kong is clearly the underdog in this fight. Let me call back to another little underdog from movie history. You ready for this?
Yes.
Give me a second. I gotta find his actual name on IMDb. Shh. Jimmy B. Rabbit Smith from 8 Mile. You ready for this?
Yes.
Parental. Yeah, I'm gonna swear, guys. I'm so nervous, surprisingly. I wrote out lyrics. Okay.
Oh, really?
I did.
Awesome.
Now, don't we need a referee in all of this, Anthony?
I believe we do. I introduce my brother, Michael.
Oh!
We have a referee to settle the fight between King Kong and Godzilla.
Fight milk.
Fight milk.
Fight milk. I drink it every day so I can fight like a crow.
Ah!
Anyway, yeah, guys, I don't swear like ever. It's a rare thing to see swearing in any. I've never sworn once in one of my videos, by the way, and it's a rare thing for me to swear here, in fact. So consider yourselves lucky you're experiencing a delicacy.
Yeah, fuck it, drop the beat.
Don't swear unless you need to. There is no beat, sadly. Ready?
Fuck this shit, he'll go acapella.
I'll go acapella.
Oh shit.
Now everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. What? Now while he stands stuff, notice that Godzilla did not have his hands up, because they're too fucking small and worthless. That radiation has his ass gassed up. I said that wrong. Now who's afraid of the big bad lizards? A 1, 2, 3, and 2 the 4. 1 spike, 2 spike, 3 spike, 4 spike, 3 spike, 2 spike. You got no spikes. He has no spikes. You got no spike. Kong needs no spikes. This ain't no motherfucking Godzilla ain't no motherfucking king. I know everything he's got about. I know everything he's got to say about the real king. He is a monkey. He is kind of small. He is a fucking fuzzball. He does live on an island with his dead mom. He has no body to be in. He has no boy to be an Uncle Tom. He has no dumb friends named Cheddar Bob because they're dead. They cannot shoot themselves with guns. Kong did get jumped by all 6 V-Rexes. No one fucked his girl because he has none. But Kong's still standing here screaming, fuck the free world. Don't ever try to beat Kong, dude. You don't know what the fuck he's been through, but I know something about G-Man. He was under the ocean for forever.
What a pussy!
What's the matter, G-Man? You embarrassed? He's a monster. His real name's Gojira. And Gojira lives at home with 2 iguanas. And those 2 iguanas have a real good marriage. Gojira don't want to battle. He's shook. This ain't no such thing as a big fat lizard.
Oh! You just got 8 miles. We have a winner.
That was outstanding, Stu.
That was so bad.
That was amazing.
Right, now he drops the mic and then Anthony picks it up.
Okay, check it. I'm gonna rap about Godzilla now.
Now he's the
I'm not gonna rap about Godzilla. I can't do that.
In the movie, you lose, Anthony. So
oh, I lose in the movie? That's bullshit. I didn't even get to.
Have you never seen 8 Mile?
No, I've seen it, but I didn't get to.
Yeah, you know Anthony Mackie. He doesn't say anything.
I didn't get to pick the movie.
See, that's the end of the movie.
Okay, well.
And now he's a millionaire.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I got 1 word for you, buddy. And by 1, I mean 2. Because I just realized it was 2 words. Atomic breath.
Let me ask you a question, because I thought about this all day long while I was playing basketball. And running, actually. This is actually all I thought about. So thank you, Anthony, first off, for giving me something interesting to think about.
No problem.
Now prepare to be beat.
Oh my god.
He's going a cappella again.
I'm going again. I don't know what to say, but anyway, let's... Okay, so I was thinking. So what would you say the biggest weakness for Godzilla's atomic breath is? For real, what do you think the biggest weakness is?
Probably death.
No, what do you think the biggest weakness that having the atomic breath has?
His mouth is open?
No, I would actually say that the biggest weakness is that it takes a super long time to charge up.
Oh,
right?
it does take a long time to charge.
Like extremely long, right?
Yeah.
Now, something that Kong clearly is good at is he's fast as heck, as all heck. Trust me.
And he can swing from vines.
Yeah, but there's not going to be vines in the city. Now, also, another thing, the female Muto, you know that Godzilla had a pretty hard time with the female Muto, right? Like, we're not going to, like, deny that.
Until he's melted his fucking head off.
He had a hard time. Get your facts straight. It was a girl. He has a hard time with this female.
I screwed up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he had a hard time, but guess what?
No. Let me finish. Now, the thing with the female Muto that people said is that it actually... like resembled an ape a lot in the way it fought and moved.
Yeah.
Now picture that, but being faster. Now with the atomic breath, King Kong, while Godzilla may have the atomic breath, I guarantee King Kong is going to be able to dodge it every time. He's just so much faster. Godzilla is so slow. His biggest weakness, by far, he is so slow. That's what I have about the atomic breath.
Here's what I want to say.
No way would he be able to hit it.
First, I have to say this is, we never mentioned this yet, but your King Kong is scaled up to be roughly the same size as Godzilla, because I could have just came at you with the argument of Godzilla's 400 feet tall, King Kong is 25 feet tall, he's gonna bite your head off.
He's probably bigger than 25.
I know,
but he's 25 feet tall.
He's 25. He's 25 feet tall in like. You know,
that's it?
Not in the 2005 one.
Yeah.
He's 25 feet tall. You ever see a basketball hoop? Now double that and add 5 more feet.
Yeah, exactly. So,
dude, he's holding what's her face.
Yeah, I know. He's 25 feet tall, though. That's the thing.
Tall, Mike.
Nah, he looks like.
So.
Oh, Mike, get out of here.
So.
Thank you for hyping me up, but now.
When he's standing on his back legs, is he 25 feet tall?
Yes.
Okay.
Like standing straight up. Yeah, that's all.
Mike.
The hype man is gone.
So here's what I would say.
King Kong is being described as 25 feet tall on his hind legs by the makers of this version, half as tall as the filmmakers of King Kong 1993 described theirs to be 50 feet tall. But the Peter Jackson King Kong was indeed 25 feet tall.
I'm really interested to see what he would look like if he's scaled up to Godzilla size.
I assume he would look like a monkey.
I know that. I mean, like,
He would look bigger.
How would they?
I imagine he would.
How
look
would you
like
tell
King
the King
Kong,
Kong
except
story
bigger.
if he's that big? Because at that point, you know,
You
humans
just put him on a bigger island.
Humans can't interact with that creature anymore without just dying. You know what I mean? It's like you can't capture him. You can't ship him to the United States. Like he'll just.
Did you just give up on the battle, buddy?
No. Here's what I was going to say.
Well, maybe
Here's
maybe
the
he
thing
won't be.
about King Kong and why Godzilla is going to beat him. One, I had already mentioned the atomic breath, but I forgot to mention that your monster, King Kong, is also covered in very flammable hair. I am going to light all your hair on fire with my atomic breath and burn a hole through your skull.
My hair.
So listen, I understand that, King Kong is fast, but you know what's even faster than King Kong? Death. Because Godzilla is strong as shit. He has armored skin. He has scales on his back. He's probably, his bones, I imagine, are like diamonds. They're so strong. I feel like King Kong would just go up and punch him. And then Godzilla would be like, oh, okay, you keep punching me, but nothing's happening. And then Godzilla's going to charge up his atomic breath. He's going to light your goddamn monkey on fire. And then he's either going to run away, scarred for life, and go fuck off and eat some bananas, or then he's going to come back to fight Godzilla, and Godzilla's going to burn another hole through his head. Like,
he's not going to be able to hit King Kong. King Kong's way too fast.
Also, did you ever see what Godzilla's tail could do to something?
Did you also see how long it took him to swing
It takes him a
tail?
long time to swing it, but it destroys buildings in one hit. It makes them collapse.
I bet you Kong could beat a building if he ran into it. The biggest weakness that freaking Godzilla has is he's slow at literally everything.
But he's not slow at kicking ass.
No, he's slow at walking. You count each footstep he steps takes like 2 seconds.
That's exactly what he's slow at, kicking ass.
I know, I'm just
Why
saying.
It took him so long?
I tried to be funny and it didn't work. Stop bothering me.
Argument's invalid.
Also, Godzilla, he's a grappler. He can't punch. He can't swipe. I guess he could swipe, but they're going to have to be really close to him because his arms really aren't that big compared to the rest of his body. Like, yeah, he has arms, but they're not as, like, he's going to have to get close up to him. He's a grappler. He's not going to be able to give long swipes. You know what? Kong can give long swipes, and you want to know the advantages of long swipes? He can keep his distance. The only way Godzilla's ever going to beat Kong if he gets a hold of him. And I would say that being able to evade Godzilla would actually be one of the easiest things Kong would do.
Now, here's what I have to say. Do you think if you dropped a nuclear bomb on King Kong, he would die?
No.
Nope. You're full of shit, because here's something we do know.
Don't ask me questions.
If you drop a nuclear bomb on Godzilla, he will live. It can't kill him. He simply cannot be killed. He is nothing
Yeah,
but,
he almost died at the hands of the Mutos.
Did he die?
Which both, almost, it took him out. And I would say King Kong could definitely wreck both of those Mutos on his own.
I think
the point is
that Godzilla didn't die from those
invalid
Mutos.
because he lives off of radiation.
Yeah, but
that's
here's
like
the
saying,
thing: the sheer blast alone from a nuclear bomb.
No, shut up.
I think could easily kill King Kong.
That's like dropping.
I don't think the blast couldn't do anything to Godzilla.
He's already got a natural immunity to it, which makes it unfair.
But it's not just radiation. It's a fucking bomb. It blows up. It's a gigantic explosion.
The radiation.
It's not just radiation.
The radiation.
I know. I'm just saying.
I would venture that Kong could survive the explosion.
That's my question. Do you think take radiation out of the equation because that's not what I'm talking about.
The point is, I just took away the biggest part of the atomic bomb argument.
No, you didn't. The point
Yes,
is,
I did.
that blast
totally
cannot kill Godzilla, but it would totally fucking destroy King Kong.
I don't think it would.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Is your plan for Godzilla to throw a bomb at King Kong?
Exactly. What relevance is it?
None.
No, I'm just saying.
Point goes to stupid.
That's a way to measure how strong these characters are.
No, that's a way to measure how durable they are. There's no
Oh
question.
yeah, durable.
Could Godzilla beat King Kong in a banana eating contest?
The point is, there's no way that Godzilla is going to be able to get a hold of King. The only way Godzilla's going to be able to get King Kong is if he attacks him head on. If King Kong's at the side, Godzilla's not going to be able to get to him. If Godzilla's at the side of King Kong, he'll just freaking throw his arm. But Godzilla does not have that ability. His arms just aren't long enough, and they're too close.
Here's another question I have.
Okay.
Do you think that Beauty could kill Godzilla?
Probably. You ever seen Mary Jane Watson? I'm just kidding.
Godzilla King Kong was killed with Beauty. 'Twas Beauty killed
really
the beast.
Dumb so far.
King Kong
I'm just
was
saying,
also 25 feet tall.
if
and they were
Beauty
biplanes, not
could
bees.
kill King Kong and the
your
nuclear
monster.
bomb could not kill Godzilla, I cannot see a world where King Kong beats Godzilla in a fight.
7,
Okay, Anthony.
8,
What if
9, 10,
what if
11, 12,
Wait, what are you counting?
It took him 13 seconds to charge up his atomic breath.
13 seconds?
13 seconds to charge up his atomic breath.
Well, let's just hope that King Kong is 13 seconds away.
What would happen if King Kong was 25 feet tall?
What do you mean if he was 25 feet
Because
tall?
you're saying that Beauty killed King Kong. Or what if Godzilla was 25 feet tall?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you're saying all this
I don't
stuff
think Beauty can kill Godzilla. That's the point I'm trying to make.
What about a bunch of biplanes flying around him, shooting him with guns?
No, I don't think that either.
Top of a building.
The point is, you're
If
basically...
if Godzilla's 25 feet tall, he's going down.
Yeah.
Also, if he's 25 feet tall, he's not surviving a nuke.
Yeah, basically the point Michael's trying to make is you turned our current argument, let's say against, like, Goku versus Superman, you changed it to Superman versus, like, I don't know, freaking...
Some other Dragon Ball Z character.
That sucks, or something that's weaker.
First, let me just address that in no way, shape, or form is Goku capable of beating Superman in a fight. Superman wins that fight 100 times out of 100 times. Goku has literally not a single fucking chance.
Let's focus.
So let's get back. I'm just saying that's bullshit. That's a bullshit fight.
That's the fight in the next episode.
No.
Okay, no, that's not. So I'm gonna ask another question, but I gotta think of one. How good is King Kong at swimming?
Ding, ding, ding. Doesn't matter.
Why would
wins
they
the
fight?
argument. Fight over.
This fight could go to the ocean for all we know.
Okay.
Also, I assume that he's a poor swimmer because he's stuck on an island his entire life.
In your defense, it took Godzilla 5 seconds to charge up his atomic breath the second time.
Yeah, there you go.
So I just helped you out because you're clearly struggling.
Here's what I think is going to happen. Here's what I really think is going to happen.
You have given no facts about your
I think King Kong...
So you're just like, you're going to survive a nuke, and that's...
No, he can't. Here's the thing.
Cool.
King Kong is going to do a little punch out with Godzilla, and Godzilla's going to blow a hole through his fucking head. That's all that's going to happen. He's going to melt off his friggin' face.
Way too fast.
I thought they were punching, Anthony. You called it a punch-off.
Also, if Godzilla is capable of beating such villains like King Ghidorah, a 3-headed golden gigantic
Let's not get ahead
dragon.
of ourselves here, bud. Godzilla has 2 wins, and those are against the Mutos. This is the legendary universe. Stay in canon.
Okay, I'll stay in canon. I'll stay in canon.
This fight's
the point I'm trying to make.
Too boring. I'm calling it.
Who won?
I'm calling it.
Who won?
Alright, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
Interview
Anthony,
style. Yes.
Did you write an awesome rap?
That doesn't.
Did you make? No, I'm not done.
He just you.
Did you make any valid points?
Yes, plenty.
What?
I can't remember a single one.
Atomic breath, burn your fucker's face off. Survives nuclear bomb. Beauty can't kill him.
It was like a Pokemon battle, and you were Magikarp, and he was Charizard. You suck.
You know,
the winner.
You are aware that a Magikarp turns to a Gyarados.
I think the people want an encore.
Please tell me
Also,
you did.
like King Kong, like, yeah, I'll give it to you. Godzilla has a projectile weapon. That's an advantage. But people fail to realize that freaking King Kong can throw stuff too.
Yeah, like
maybe
trees.
he has giant bananas,
like buildings. All I'm
He's
saying
gonna throw
is
a building at me, guys.
Godzilla is clearly more durable. He has a projectile weapon, and you know, if anything gets close to Godzilla, it's pretty much game over. But Kong, I think people are honestly selling him short.
Yeah, I really think so too.
He's freaking fast. And those freaking arms are like
they're like Popeye's
would
arms.
say in the movie.
They're fucking annihilators.
They're gigantic.
Guys, now listen up. This is a far out theory that'll never happen.
Okay.
But
Please.
it's a good one. So you're gonna listen to it. Maybe they're gonna pull a Batman v Superman and have King Kong and Godzilla have to team up.
I doubt it.
Destroy an even greater evil like King Ghidorah.
I doubt it.
I had made the comparison in my King Kong Godzilla video that I think this King Kong versus Godzilla movie took the place of the King Kong sequel, because the King Kong movie's still gonna come out the day it's been slated to come out, and I'm sure they're not gonna mess with what they've already done with their Godzilla franchise. So I think there was a scheduled sequel for King Kong, and then Legendary and Warner Brothers said, "Oh, we're just gonna do a crossover."
So
and I think you can make it so it's not in present day. That's my big thing. Is like, what time does it take place? Is it going to be in present day, or is it just going to be like in the 60s or 70s? Because we know that Godzilla's been around since 1954. So,
what year does King Kong come out? The first.
What?
You mean what year does it take place?
No, what year is it coming out?
So King Kong comes out in 2017.
All right, when's Godzilla 2 come out?
2018. No, there might be a set date. I actually think
so. King Kong 2 will probably be like 2020 or 2019.
Well, they'll probably skip the King Kong 2.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're just gonna take the date of King Kong 2.
I was saying it's like the Batman v Superman, Man of Steel 2 type thing, because it was Batman v Superman was just Man of Steel 2, and then when they were in the writers' room trying to figure out what to do with the movie, like Zack Snyder was like, oh, maybe we'll have this scene where Batman's in it and does this, and then everybody kind of just went with it and eventually kept building and building until the point where it became Batman v Superman. And I think that's
Batman has a bigger role. Do
you
now.
think?
Yeah.
Do you think that anybody in the writers' room said, "Hey, let's add color"?
Shut up. Anyway, I thought it was. That's what I think kind of happened.
I would say this is bigger because while Batman and Superman have been around,
literally bigger.
They've been around for a while, like we've seen stuff bigger. Like that. We've seen superhero movies, but this is going to be completely like something different.
This is
like
going to be
people talk about the Avengers being game changing. This is another game changing movie.
This is like the biggest rematch of all time.
Exactly.
Right? This is.
You
know what?
And also, King Kong won last time.
This is a bigger rematch than when Manny Pacquiao's going to fight Floyd Mayweather in years or something.
Well, Toho said that King... No, that's actually not
They
true.
had two endings.
That's actually not true.
What? There wasn't two endings?
No, there was a huge rumor that there was two endings, but no, that's not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Toho actually came out and said that King Kong was the winner. Which is pretty... crazy, right?
It is pretty crazy.
Also, King Kong had electric powers and was originally supposed to be Frankenstein in that movie.
That is pretty crazy.
Also, another thing I'd like to point
maybe
out.
they'll bring that back.
No, I doubt
Anthony,
it.
why would they bring back stupid ideas?
Because I've seen a lot of movies bring back stupid ideas.
It was originally supposed to be Godzilla versus Frankenstein.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but they changed it. Also,
Frankenstein's supposed to be the size of regular Frankenstein.
No,
Is
he
he
was
also
gonna
going to
be
be 20 feet tall?
He was giant Frankenstein. He was made out of dead King Kongs sewn together.
He set it to W for Wumbo.
But for reference point on how successful this movie might be, up until 2014, Godzilla vs. King Kong, that old movie that everybody says is terrible, was the highest grossing Godzilla film by far.
Even more than 98?
I'd have to check on that, but I've heard maybe not, but that's not really considered a Godzilla movie anymore.
So
you have to adjust for inflation, Mike.
Dude, the worms.
I heard something today about this whole deal. I was looking it up, and I heard some people talking about, why did Universal give the rights to Warner Brothers? Why would they do that? And the question that they started asking is, what did Universal get? Because there's no way Universal just said, hey, you know what? You guys have King Kong. We don't want King Kong anymore. I know we just did our movie, or we're doing our movie right now, and I know that we're all excited about it, and it seems really great, but I think you guys should have King Kong. Warner Brothers must have gave him something.
Also, real quick, I'm thinking about this. I would guess right here, right now, I'm calling it, Kong Skull Island will do better in the box office than Godzilla 2014.
Really?
Yeah, I think it will.
I think it'll certainly be a better movie.
It'll do better than
yeah,
Godzilla.
Who's in the cast now?
So. Sam Jackson, Toby
Kebbell, Tom Hiddleston still. Russell Crowe maybe? I think he's signed on. Brie Larson for sure.
The cast is clearly superior.
Yeah.
Also, the director's better.
Yeah. Who do you think would be a good director for Godzilla vs. King Kong?
That's really tough. There's not a whole lot of spectacle. James Cameron.
Really?
Dude.
That's a really good
Terminator
one. But I think he's too busy with his next 5 Avatar movies.
It would never happen.
That are all shooting back to back.
Also, I would like to see Ridley Scott direct, not write.
That is interesting. Yeah.
I found the box office for 98 Godzilla worldwide. It made 379.
I think that movie actually did really well.
Yeah, it did. It had a $130 million budget and it made $379 million.
Well, that's just because it's an awesome movie.
Yeah, that movie's a lot of fun, actually. That movie gets a lot of undeserved.
I don't know how much it made adjusted for inflation. Also, I don't know how much yen is worth. But in the U.S., King Kong versus Godzilla 1962. In the U.S., it made $2.725 million. Non-U.S. it made $14 million. And Japan, 350 million yen.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
So
it wins.
Adjusted. Well, I don't know how much yen is worth. Let me look up yen. Yen to dollar.
That's gigantic.
Hey, Mike.
Yen is not much.
Mike, could you turn off your fan? I could hear.
Oh my gosh. That's one Japanese. I just looked it up too. That's crazy. The point is, they're both huge, beyond huge movies.
How big are they?
It's like it's like 0.00083
so,
is like $1.
120
something like that. That's not the exact.
120.5 yen is $1.
That's a little crazy.
So I think, well, and then you have to adjust it for inflation, but I'm not going to do that. So I think 98 Godzilla probably beat it.
Yeah, probably.
But also, if you look at profitability, King Kong versus Godzilla cost nowhere near as much as Godzilla 98.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know who I heard? I was
when
Mike, I was watching this.
Up the 2005 box office for King Kong.
People had brought up Guillermo del Toro to direct this movie.
I want to see Crimson Peak.
Yeah,
he could certainly make it look good. Okay,
so King Kong made $550 million worldwide, and it cost $207 million.
Okay, what is Godzilla's? I think 2005 King Kong is
Godzilla.
Yeah, I think it's bigger. I remember hearing $400 million for Godzilla 2014.
It made $529 million.
So it just barely beat out King Kong?
Yes.
Is there any inflation you have to adjust for there?
Well, also it costs less to be made. It costs $47 million.
Yeah, I heard that King Kong is one of the most expensive movies of all time.
Yeah, King Kong cost $47 million more.
Because, I mean, Peter Jackson had just come off Lord of the Rings, and a studio was not going to say no.
Yeah.
I think that King Kong, a lot of people surprisingly don't like it.
I would say made more, actually, than Godzilla.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, Godzilla made more profit, but
I'm just saying box office. Yeah, that surprises me.
It made
it doesn't surprise me.
21 million.
I said it earlier.
Well, that King Kong movie, I think, is a much better movie than
it's weird because
movie.
I thought it would be more foreign. Like King Kong would have made more foreign, but King Kong also made more domestic.
Well, yeah, because it's an American monster.
Godzilla.
That's why it made more domestic. It's an American monster.
Yeah.
No, but I thought that would have been way more foreign compared to domestic.
Trust me, Kong Skull Island.
Same for Godzilla too. Godzilla, I thought that would be more.
Think about it. Like Bryan Cranston, yeah, he's a big pull for Godzilla.
He had that cameo.
He's not Samuel L. Jackson, and he's not Russell Crowe, and he's not Tom Hiddleston.
He's Walter White.
Kong Skull Island. I'm not dissing Bryan
Cranston.
I
know. I totally agree.
Dude, I'd rather see a movie with Bryan Cranston than Russell Crowe.
Yeah, but not everybody is like.
But not all those.
Not everyone's a Breaking Bad fan.
You know, everybody knows Sam Jackson.
Everybody that's not a Breaking Bad fan knows him as the shitty dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
He was not.
He wasn't shitty.
Awesome.
Malcolm in the Middle is a fine show.
I'm not saying it like that. He was just a pretty bad dad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. He had his moments. Anyway.
He had a lot of funny moments.
I remember when they like planted beer in the garage just so he'd find it and get drunk, and like just to try and get them not to drink it. Anyway,
there was a great Malcolm in the Middle moment where the wife tells Bryan Cranston that she's pregnant, and he acts so happy, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
And he gets in the car,
and then he leaves the house and gets in the car. And he throws the biggest tantrum ever and just starts crying and smashing the steering wheel. It's the funniest thing ever.
Speaking of Malcolm in the Middle, Frankie Muniz, who has no career after Malcolm in the Middle.
Because he didn't want one, not because he didn't...
Dude, he had that cameo in Sharknado 3.
I did not see...
He called it a cameo. He had an actual role.
It was funny because he's in the movie like for basically the whole movie. And I checked his Twitter the day the movie came out, and then he had just tweeted, "Hey, everybody, go check out my cameo in Sharknado 3." And I just wanted to be like, "Dude, that's not a fucking cameo. You needed the job."
If you look up the cast of Sharknado 3, he's literally the third name.
Yeah.
And there's so many more famous people than him.
Does he die?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Spoiler alert:
awesome.
The movie sucks.
It's great.
But he wants there to be a spinoff of Malcolm in the Middle, or they want to make more Malcolm in the Middle.
No.
Yeah.
I say yes.
It's never gonna happen.
But
they'd have to pay Bryan Cranston a shit ton.
Yeah.
You know who I think would be a good pick?
They could do it
for this movie. And I'm not saying this just because anybody on Earth would say this, but I really think like this would be a smart move. Is get Christopher Nolan to make it.
I don't think he'd do it.
here's the thing. It's a Warner Brothers movie now.
That's such a cliche pick.
It's a cliche pick, I know, but here's the thing. He could direct
It's
spectacle.
like, oh, here's the movie we're making.
Would you want him to write it?
I know. I don't want it to sound like that.
Do you want
to know what I want? I want David Fincher.
David Fincher?
No, he couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. He's never done anything like
Fight
that.
Club. Godzilla will just be imagining King Kong.
I am very confident that Christopher Nolan would be able to make it look great. And that's all I'm really concerned about. Because there are plenty of really good directors that can tell a really good story. But it's like, which one could you get that will make it look like a King Kong versus Godzilla movie? I think Chris Nolan could deliver with that. But of course he can. I'm trying to think of other people that can, like...
You know who could direct one?
Guarantee a spectacle.
Alejandro Iñárritu. The guy that directed Birdman. I feel like he'd be able to do it really good.
You know,
I'm not saying make it one shot, because he can't. But I feel like he would do some cool stuff. I want to see the Revenant.
Serious. I'd like to see Ridley Scott direct it. Not write it, direct it.
Yeah.
What about Quentin Tarantino?
Sure. No, he has never worked with a budget like that.
Yeah. What about Jon Favreau?
That'd be good. That'd be fantastic.
Because he could do spectacle. He's great at writing.
Comedy.
He's an amazing writer. And then
I assume that Kong Skull Island will be a funnier movie than Godzilla.
I hope it's funny. Godzilla,
well, I mean,
and the one
Sam
thing
Jackson
that you can really take
funny.
away from Godzilla, and when I say take away, I mean like, say something negative about it, is that movie. The problems all started with the script of that movie because it's just written poorly. So whenever you say, "Oh, Godzilla's not in it," "Oh, they killed Bryan Cranston," "Oh, friggin' Quicksilver is a shitty character in this movie," Aaron Taylor Johnson, I just remembered. That all started with the writing, and there's even like video of Bryan Cranston talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, when they brought me in on this movie, I was still making Breaking Bad, and by the time I got there, I had read the script, and I realized that there was a lot of problems with it, but it was too late to change anything, so he just had to go do it." Like he said all of this. And that's the biggest problem with the movie, is it all started with the script. It's shot great. It's shot great, and the monster's great, and I think Colin Trevorrow did as good of a job. Colin Trevorrow.
Gareth Edwards.
Yeah, Gareth Edwards, which, you know what, he would be a good director for it, too.
Colin Trevorrow would be good.
Colin Trevorrow would be good. I think he's just too busy.
If he doesn't... No, he's not too busy. He needs to...
He's doing episode
Jurassic
9.
World thing.
That's going to come out at the same time.
Yeah, good point. But he needs to stay out of the script. Because apparently they had a Jurassic World thing. Their lucky Jurassic World turned out as good as it did. Like, it's not a fantastic script, but it definitely could have been better, actually, if he had stayed out of it.
Yeah.
You know who would be good? Bryan Singer.
Because they had a huge fight over, like, who gets credited for the script and everything. And
yeah.
But clearly, he did something right. And also, he went straight off a low-budget movie to that.
Yeah, I know. He got thrown right into that movie. And it's amazing what he accomplished. I can't imagine how difficult that has to be.
Don't you think it's interesting that the two big monster-esque movie directors have both been snatched up by Star Wars?
Yeah. It's... I wonder if that means something.
Do you think that the guy... They still don't have an episode... No, they have an episode 8 director. Never mind.
How would you
feel...
What's his name? Johnson? Rian Johnson?
Yeah. I know that the guy that directed Kong Skull Island, he's got a tough last name, so I'm just going to call him the 500 Days of Summer director. What if he got, snatched up to direct Kenobi? That would blow my mind, just that they got all the monsters.
Yeah, that would be really weird.
I wondered, there's got to be something else going on why they picked those.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a Rancor spin-off movie. But,
I'm definitely glad Colin Trevorrow got episode 9 and not Gareth Edwards.
Yeah,
I'm glad he got the smallest of the projects that have been announced.
Yeah.
The smallest of the Star Wars projects.
All the projects are gigantic. But, I mean, when I found out Colin Trevorrow was directing episode 9, I was like, oh, that's a cool pick. and I was happy for him because it's like, you know what, you did accomplish something pretty like incredible with Jurassic World. For you to go from where you were to to Jurassic World, that's just an achievement. So I was happy about that. I don't think there's a Kenobi movie scheduled. I think we know the anthology movies now, right? Isn't it Rogue One, Han Solo, then Boba Fett?
No, I thought they were shoving Han Solo and Boba Fett into one.
Yeah, Han Solo and Boba Fett are
from
one.
what I understand, when that whole Josh Trank thing went down and they kicked him off the movie, which we still didn't know what the movie
allegedly
was,
kicked him off. Let's not jump to his
because he could have left. With the way he was treated with Fantastic Four, I wouldn't blame him for not wanting to do another big blockbuster. But when he left, from what I understand, the movie he was doing got pushed back, and then Han Solo was just brought right up. So
I don't get why we need a Han Solo movie.
I don't get it either, but it's it's just an interesting thing. But
he's gonna be the most.
That's gonna be the most important casting.
I feel like they're gonna make him the most smug asshole in the movie.
He better
That's
be.
a good thing.
No, like annoyingly smug. Like too much smug.
No.
Also, this is before his big arc, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, and it's like I said, this is gonna be the most important casting of the decade.
No, not of the decade.
Yeah, could you think of any bigger casting?
Indiana Jones?
Just get the same guy.
Huh?
That's not how that works.
I've been saying it for the
What,
longest
you think
time.
they should get the same guy?
They should get the same guy that plays Han Solo to play Indiana Jones. If they do that,
never.
I will friggin' die of happiness. That would be so cool.
Harrison
People
Ford
are saying that they want Michael Fassbender to be Harrison Ford, and I'm like, no, he's too old.
Yeah, he's like.
Do you mean Han Solo or Indiana Jones? Because you just said you want Michael Fassbender to be Harrison Ford.
I think he'd be. Michael Fassbender might be older than Harrison Ford was when they made the original trilogy.
Pretty sure he is.
You know what would be great?
He definitely doesn't look like he's younger.
What if Michael Fassbender was cast to play Harrison Ford in the movie? Like, cast to play Harrison Ford, the actor. And then he got kicked off the project.
And then
somebody went up to Michael Fassbender and said, "Are you Harrison Ford?" And then he could go, "I used to be."
That's the lamest joke you've ever said.
I was really stretching. That's the reference to Harrison Ford.
I'm bloody stretching, mate.
Speaking of stretching, Harrison Ford got brought out on a stretcher after that plane crash.
See,
it all comes together.
Joke. Mike, you had the worst fun facts ever. They're just depressing.
That's why they're
fun
so
fact,
fun.
Harrison
They didn't
Ford
happen
was
to
in a
you.
plane crash and it was sad.
Fun fact, in your lifetime, you will walk past 4 murderers.
This is off topic for one second. I just want to go off topic for 1 sec.
We're talking about Star Wars. We're already off topic.
No, we're not, because we're talking about directors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go back to directors. Bryan Singer.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Although I've heard he's just a total jerk on set.
Give a shit. He makes good movies.
Yeah.
He did make arguably the best superhero movie of all time.
You know what?
What is that?
I got a good one.
You
Danny
think
Boyle.
X2 is the best superhero movie of all time?
You can argue that it is. It's one of my favorites.
I think it's good. I don't think it's
day long.
I think it's probably the best X-Men movie. I don't think it's the best superhero movie.
It's one of the best superhero movies.
The Dark Knight.
It's up there in the top 5.
It's
maybe 10.
Maybe 10? All right. We're going on this. Name your 10.
Avengers, The Dark Knight,
Spider-Man 2,
Watchmen, Spider-Man 2.
No.
Guardians?
No. X2 is better than Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah, X2 don't have a group.
X2 has Ice Cream went down to Dr. Pepper for friggin'
Anyway, back on King Kong and
Guardians doesn't have a Nightcrawler.
I'd like to point this out.
Okay.
The V-Rexes, if they bring them back, they're going to be freaking huge now.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be awesome.
I wonder. I'm really curious to see how they build this world, especially if you're gonna have to scale up King Kong that much, because it's just like.
Here's how you do it, Anthony. Ready? They make everything bigger.
Yeah, I know, but then it's I'm a little worried about it, just because I don't want it to seem too gimmicky.
You don't want him to stand over a bunch of the trees. That he'll be standing up, and the trees will go up to his kneecaps.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Also, I really don't want them to team up in the end of this movie.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Dude, I want Godzilla to do his little dance and like jump up and kick his legs.
Here's the thing, though. At the end of this movie, is there a winner?
Yes.
Are they going to kill one of them?
You know who the real winners are?
I would say they will have a winner, but they won't kill them.
The audience is the real winner.
Okay, Mike. How do you think they would end it? Like, just there's a definitive moment where one of them wins the fight, but how come neither of them will die?
I think Godzilla will win.
Well, this is a lot harder than like Batman v Superman or Civil War.
If Godzilla wins, I think he'll just swim off into the ocean.
Because with Civil War, it's like one group is going to end up in a worse situation than the other, but they'll all probably be alive to come back together again. No one's going to die definitively. And then with Batman v Superman, maybe one of them will get hurt bad, or maybe Batman will incapacitate Superman, and then they'll need Superman to come back like almost injured and fight.
Yeah.
But they'll still team up in the end. But this isn't. These are animals.
Yeah, they're just mindless kind of creatures.
Well, they're not mindless.
I know they're not mindless.
No one cares if they die.
Compared to a person, they're just, animals trying to kill each other.
They're not going to look at one another and be like, let's team up.
Yeah.
The difference between them and humans is thumbs.
So, Michael, come on.
They're going to freaking... You're trying so hard to ruin it, but you're not doing a good job.
I'm not trying to ruin anything.
Yes, you totally are.
Thumbs, dude. Whoever can pick up...
King Kong has thumbs.
Yeah, but they're not real thumbs.
They are real. They're opposable. You are stupid. Anyway.
Also, Godzilla has a thumb, too.
Nah, he can't do nothing with those little things.
He can eat Fiats with them, asshole. Didn't you see the commercial?
Oh, Fiats? I thought you said Fiat. I was like, what the fuck's a Fiat?
No, Fiats.
Yeah, but he can't eat the four doors. King Kong could probably eat a four-door Fiat. You should have brought that up, Stoops.
I'm more excited to see King Kong than Godzilla for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
What are those things?
Because
we've seen Godzilla.
I mean,
we've seen Godzilla. It wasn't that good. It was fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want people to think that I think it's the worst movie ever. It's definitely one of the most disappointing movies I've ever seen. But
it's not rewatchable.
It's a hard movie
it's like
to rewatch.
If you're gonna rewatch it, you might as well just look up the 10 minutes where King Kong or when Godzilla's in it on YouTube.
I think they did nail the most important part for universe, which is Godzilla.
Yeah, and I remember when I watched that movie, I was able to like sit there and enjoy myself, and then by the end of it, there's such a big ending that like I left the theater happy. And I was like, yeah, that was a really good time.
Yeah.
And then I rewatched the movie, and I realized how long it really was and how bored I was. And I was like, yeah, this is, pretty poorly made in a lot of places. But I still think it's not the worst. It's fine. It's certainly fun in the end. And now I just want to see him, I want to see this world fleshed out more. I want to see how they bring Godzilla and King Kong together. I think that'll be interesting.
Godzilla was fine, but it also came out in a year where there was probably the best blockbusters. It came out in like the year where we had the best blockbusters.
What are you talking about? No.
So 2014, there was a lot of really great.
Yeah, dude, 2014 was probably one of the best years for movies in a long time.
Winter Soldier.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, X-Men Days of Future Past, Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's it.
What the hell's the name of the movie with Tom Cruise and the aliens? Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Well, that movie was a failure.
No,
it wasn't. It was at first.
It made its money.
Yeah, it didn't lose money.
I think it made like
also
around
it's an
400
awesome
million.
movie.
But
and it was awesome seeing it open
I would
weekend
say
and being the only one
2012
to
is
see it.
probably the biggest movie year of all time.
really?
Yeah, it had
For
Avengers, Dark Knight Rises, which was a gigantic movie.
It was a big movie.
It might have disappointed people, but that movie, Django Unchained, Skyfall, The Hunger Games, Amazing Spider-Man, the first Hobbit movie, Zero Dark 30, Prometheus.
I didn't like Zero Dark
Looper. Nonetheless, it was a huge movie.
Yeah, but these are...
Black 3.
Did anyone actually watch that?
Yeah, because it's a trilogy ender.
I have to ask you, did you just look up 2012, or are you just naming these off the top of your head?
No, I got it off of my head because I think it's the biggest year in
2014. You got John Wick, Big Hero 6, Interstellar, Gone Girl, the Lego Movie, 22 Jump Street, Neighbors. Those were both.
Oh, yeah, well, screw you. I have 21 Jump Street in my year.
This year we've had
not so
we haven't had a good comedy really at all this year, have we?
And 21 Jump Street's better than 22.
Yeah, 2015 is a shit year for movies. Like, there's been a few
really
good
is.
ones.
Ant-Man and...
We got Ant-Man, Mad Max, Ex Machina,
Jurassic
Inside
World
Out,
was
Jurassic
huge.
World.
Furious 7.
Yeah.
Furious 7 was alright.
And you know what's crazy, too, about this whole Universal giving up, King Kong, is they're not in a bad place financially. They just broke the record for most money made by a movie studio in a year in August. They broke it in August. They have 3 movies out this year that have all made over $1 billion. Their studio has made over $5 billion this year.
Okay, I'm in 2017. Now, I'm not going to ask you what movie you're most excited for here, but I will ask you, I know this is really hard to say, but I think it will be interesting to see. Based on what we know of all the movies I'm about to tell you and what we know about Kong Skull Island, which I think will be the best movie of 2017, you tell me yes or no on these titles.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Avatar 2.
Yes.
Justice League Part 1.
Yes, hopefully.
Well, that all depends on...
Toy Story 4.
I'm going to say yes.
I don't
Oh,
care.
you Kong Skull Island better. That surprised me.
Oh, well, wait. Better than... Oh, I thought it was just good ones.
Oh, I thought we were saying yes if we would go see these movies.
No.
It's better than Skull Island?
What movie here do you... I don't want to say better looks... Shut up, Michael.
Jeez.
Mike, you've tried to interrupt me all the time.
Start the list over.
Okay.
Explain what the thing is.
Say yes if you think it's going to be better.
Let's not say better, but looks more promising.
Okay.
Avatar 2.
No.
You don't think it looks more promising than Avatar 2? I just don't
give a shit about it.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
No, I'm talking... No.
Does it look good? I haven't seen anything about it.
Kong Skull...
Kong Skull... Okay. I get what you're saying.
Kong Skull Island looks better than the movies.
I thought you were saying that the movies looked better or worse. Okay, so now we got it. Let's start it over again.
Yeah. Avatar 2.
Yes. Yeah, Kong Skull Island will be better.
Justice League Part 1.
Yes.
I don't know.
Toy Story 4.
No.
That's a toss-up, like you said. Because Disney
ended it
has made a promise to themselves. They say if they can't make a Toy Story movie better than the last one, then they don't make a Toy Story movie. So that's why it's a toss-up.
Fast and Furious 8.
Yes.
Yes.
Kong is going to be better.
Guardians 2.
No.
You gotta be kidding me. Guardians was a good movie, but it doesn't...
Yeah, but they could go in a lot of awesome places. You never know.
Is that another toss-up?
There's going to be so much in that movie.
I have faith that movie will be great. I'm not saying I don't. It could be amazing. We have no idea.
You know what Kong Skull Island doesn't have?
What?
Groot.
Awesome Mix Volume 2.
Thor Ragnarok.
Oh man.
Come on, guys. We have two Thor movies, and neither are great.
I'm gonna say that Kong could.
I have a lot of faith in
because there hasn't
Ragnarok.
been a great Thor movie yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a lot of faith in Ragnarok, and
but you have
Kevin
a faith
Feige.
in every Marvel movie before it comes out, Anthony.
Well, not necessarily. It depends. I mean, I would say that Thor Ragnarok, based on the track record, I would say it doesn't have it. But Kevin Feige has said that this Ragnarok is going to be the next Winter Soldier.
Huh.
And I hope it's going to be good. They can screw that movie up in a heartbeat.
Answer this carefully. This one will determine whether you're a fanboy or whether you're sensible. Spider-Man reboot.
Kong.
Yeah, Kong, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then...
I want to say Spidey because I love him, but I'm sure that it's going to be small.
Transformers 5.
That's a toss-up for me, you know?
No, what?
Because didn't you hear it's going to be on Cybertron or something?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because
Transformers is shit. Move on.
50 Shades Darker.
Oh, that's exciting.
Dude, how dark will they go?
I don't know, but this is the first time I'm hearing that
I'm surprised that they're not.
And I love it.
Is that what it's actually called?
That's the name of the
name of the next movie.
Is that like a anal joke?
It's 50 Shades Darker and then 50 Shades Freed.
That's so dumb.
How could they? I thought there couldn't be a title worse than 50 Shades Darker. But
I think that they should release those movies in black and white.
I just learned the names of the next Divergent movies. There's 2 more coming out.
Oh, so no way.
Dude, it's Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, and
Gent.
Fucking it's like Descendant or something. I don't remember. The point is those titles piss me off because they're stupid.
Beauty and the Beast, 2017.
Well, Beauty kills the Beast.
I'm gonna say Kong, but don't underestimate Beauty and the Beast. Well, that movie could be fucking magic.
Beauty and the Beast, the guy that's playing the Beast is it the guy? It's the guy from The Guest.
Is it Chewbacca?
No, it's the guy.
I've seen the poster for it. Yeah,
the guy that plays the Guest.
Isn't Beauty and the Beast the only animated movie that's ever won Best Picture at the Oscars?
I think so.
So you never know. It's already won Best Picture once. It could do it
think
again.
the Beast is gonna play grenade bowling?
Next movie, Get Smurfy.
Oh my god!
I've never seen a Smurf movie.
Smurfs is shit.
Dude, they look so
adorable.
So
shit.
They're like shittier Minions.
I think Smurfs was this first movie I ever saw 60 frames per second on. And it was just on a TV. I didn't watch the movie. I just saw a TV playing Smurfs, and it was 60 frames a second. And I was like, why is everything moving so much? And it was
I don't
confusing.
think they released that movie in 60 frames per second.
Well, guess again, idiot, because I remember it.
Okay. Untitled Tron Legacy sequel.
Kong.
I heard that they canceled that.
That'll never happen.
Did anyone see the original?
That Tron movie will get canceled in a heartbeat.
Wait, is that a second? Is that a sequel to the
Who
last
cares,
one?
Mike? It's a Tron movie. Who gives a shit?
Speaking of Divergent, check out the title. It's the end of the series. Divergent series Allegiant Part 2.
Jesus.
No, I think they changed it though. I think now it's Part 1 is Allegiant, and then Part 2 has a different name now.
It's
I
pledge
think they renamed it
to the flag of the United States of America.
No, it doesn't look like they did.
Here,
it's called the Divergent series Allegiant Part 2.
Yeah, because every trilogy has to end in its.
No, you know what? It's Ascendant. The last one is Ascendant.
Every trilogy has to end in a 2-parter for the third movie, so
exactly, which is dumb.
It's the worst thing ever.
Also, Justice League is doing it.
Yeah. Also, every movie.
Yeah, but
franchise
Justice League
makes
isn't ending
trilogies.
Justice League like the third movie split in two. The first movie split in two.
Well,
That
Avengers,
movie doesn't need to be 2 movies.
Avengers is also doing it.
Yeah, but Avengers is different.
That's like the Avengers trilogy ender.
Yeah.
This is the start.
Also, Avengers is different because they're not splitting a book in half. They're just making 2 different movies.
Yeah. Also, they said that the movies aren't gonna. It's not gonna be like a 2-part movie. They could each be their own definitive movie.
Here's the thing. I've heard that right now we know that Avengers 2 is called Infinity War Part 1 and Infinity War Part 2.
Avengers 3.
Or Avengers 3, but I heard that before that happened, it was going to be Avengers Infinity Gauntlet and then Avengers Infinity War. So I assume it's going to play along those lines. But anyway, you have any more movies?
No, those are pretty much the big ones.
Those are the big ones?
Yeah, I mean, seems like a pretty good year. I mean, we're getting Justice League, Toy Story 4, Avatar 2, Guardians, Thor.
Assuming Avatar 2 even makes that date, because it's been pushed back a year like 3 times now.
Yeah.
That's
and then
3
we got
years.
Spider-Man. So, yeah, really. And then these aren't the Oscar movies because they don't announce those till later.
Yeah.
It's almost screener season.
But I'd say the big Spider-Man, Thor, Guardians, Toy Story, Justice League, and like you said, Avatar 2. But so you know what? It's not a gigantic year for movies.
Yeah, well, still.
I mean, we'll, like Justice League's by far the biggest movie. I'm surprised Kong Skull Island isn't even on this list.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Justice League is probably the biggest movie there as far as like curiosity and like a team forming type of thing. But I think Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be a monster in the box office.
Yeah. Also, Justice League always on whether if Batman v Superman doesn't suck.
Could you imagine Guardians 2's opening weekend? Oh, and also there's a Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah, they don't mention Rogue One.
No, not Rogue One. Episode 8. Episode 8 comes out 3 weeks after Guardians.
Shoot, that's kind of dangerous for Guardians.
No, it's not.
I think 3 weeks is. Also, don't forget. I mean,
everybody
it's
that's going to see it
summer.
is seeing it.
It's summertime. There's a million blockbusters out at the same time. But.
Oh, I didn't even know Star Wars Episode 8 was coming out in the summer.
Yes, it's coming out in
they're switching
May
it.
26th.
I just figured they'd keep doing December.
No, so
no.
It comes out in the end of May. Guardians comes out in the beginning of May.
No, what about all the other Star Wars?
They're all summer after.
Yeah, they're all summer.
Really?
Episode 7 is the only December trilogy movie.
This is like the goodbye to the December times.
I think that more big blockbusters should open later in the year and not just all, during summer. Because then
I think Star Wars
will get nominated for any Oscars.
Maybe Best Visual Effects, but that's it.
I think Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor.
No,
why don't you just name every
Best Original Screenplay, Best
Animated Film,
Best Makeup. Yeah, it'll win Best Animated Film. It'll get that too. They'll just give it a pass.
No, I don't think it's going to get nominated for much.
You underestimate the power.
They don't nominate gigantic movies that often.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah, I know, but it's Star Wars, and it's been a long time.
I think like Planet of the Apes.
It doesn't mean the Academy's gonna.
The Academy is gonna acknowledge it because it's friggin' Star Wars, and Star Wars is the reason why anybody even makes movies.
There hasn't been a real good movie worthy of an Oscar buzz recently.
I guarantee you, if you ask 10 directors in Hollywood, 10 big directors, what made them want to make movies, I bet at least 9 of them would say because they watch Star Wars.
Nope.
Gee, Anthony, you sure seem like a big Star Wars fan here.
I'm not even a huge Star Wars
fan. Knights of Red
She's never even seen the movie.
Point I'm trying to make is, if Star Wars doesn't win Best Picture,
it's not going to. It's not even going to get nominated for Best Picture.
I know.
I'll tell you every movie.
I just hope they don't ruin the movie on
Actually,
accident.
I won't, because I have no idea.
Tell us, The Revenant will be nominated.
The Revenant, of course, The Revenant's going to be nominated.
Black Mass.
The Black Mass will be nominated. Revenant will be nominated. Ex Machina won't.
Hateful Eight.
Maybe.
Hateful Eight.
It depends. That movie could also be bad.
No,
It won't be
that
bad.
movie's not going to be
But
bad.
I'm worried about it.
All of Tarantino's movies don't get nominated for Best Picture.
Quiet. Don't be worried
Most
about
of
it.
them.
He's proven time and time
I know
again.
he's never made a bad movie. He's never made a bad movie. I'm just worried.
I don't know if
That
it'll
he
be
will.
I don't know if it's an Oscar movie.
Everybody's gonna screw up every now and then.
Anyway, we should stop while we're ahead. We should stop while we've talked the majority.
99 Homes
Yeah.
looks good.
Let's end this conversation, Mike.
Go see The Visit, M. Night Shyamalan's movie.
Yeah, we're going to see The Visit tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited. But anyway, thank you guys all for listening. Please write in the comments what you think about this Godzilla versus King Kong movie. Write down who you think is going to win the fight. I think it'll be very interesting. So, like this video. Subscribe to my channel. I think we're almost at 800 subscribers. I might be at 800 subscribers. I'm not sure. Just be awesome people. And I wanted to end it with like a Godzilla-y thing. Or a King Kong-y thing.
Nope.
But like, 'twas cute, 'twas beauty killed the beast, but I don't think that makes any sense.
Nope. The Savage Dragon wins all. He could survive a nuclear explosion.
I think he could.
He's
Okay,
fireproof.
guys. May the Force be with you.